Alright, my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as we roll into the weekend, my friends, I want to pass along the friendly reminder that right now in the game there is a triple XP event going on. So for those of you out there who are new, just returning, or let's say a casual player, now is going to be one of the best times to level up your watch incredibly fast, so please take advantage of this event because I receive messages from players on a daily basis asking when is the best time to level up your watch. It's right now, my friends, so again, do not miss this thing. So first of all, let's go over a few important details really quick. This event is going to be live in the game until next Tuesday, April 28th. It is automatically turned on, which means you do not need to activate it. There's a cap at 1,000 levels, and the best part is you're going to be getting that triple XP for pretty much every single thing you do. Every NPC you take out, every mission you complete, every activity, all that good stuff. Now, as I said a moment ago, for players out there who are new or just returning, let's say you've been struggling to get yourself to shade level 1000, this is one of those events you need to take advantage of because you can get there incredibly quick. Now, the reason you want to hit that milestone is because when you do, the stats on your watch are going to be maxed out. We're talking about crit hit chance, crit hit damage, ammo capacity, a bunch of different things that can really have an impact on your builds. And always remember, once you've actually gone past that, every single point is going to go into scavenging, and you can spend those points on all the different things you're going to need to optimize your weapons. And actually, this is how I earn most money in the game. Every once in a while, I just buy a ton of credits. That way I don't have to worry about that. Which now, my friends, takes us to what are the best ways to farm for XP during this event. And I'm going to highlight 3 of my favorite ways to do so. And the first one is going to the National Bond Armory. This is one of those classified missions from, 5 years ago? Something like that. And the reason we've chosen this is because you can clear it incredibly fast. And when you do, if you do this on Heroic with 3 directives, you're going to get over 2.5 million XP for your time in about, let's say, 90 seconds of gameplay, maybe 2 minutes, which makes this one of the most efficient ways to farm for XP in the game without a doubt. Now, as I said a moment ago, in this game, the higher the difficulty and more directives you have active will equate to better loot and more XP. However, if we are just talking about XP, the most important thing is to take the time in which it takes to clear something into consideration. So if you happen to be struggling on the higher difficulties, let's say you can't really clear it quickly on Heroic, drop it to challenging because the whole point is to clear these as fast as you can, rinse and repeat. And again, if you are trying to get to shade level 1000, keep your head down, keep farming, and you should be able to get there pretty damn quick. Now, the good news / bad news about this event is that because you are leveling up so incredibly fast, you're also going to be earning those field proficiency caches, which means inventory management is incredibly important. Now, what I typically do is this. When I get to about 15 or 16 field proficiency caches in my inventory, I stop playing. What I do is I go through my inventory, open up those caches. Things I want to keep, I mark as favorite. Things I don't want to keep, I mark as junk. And remember, for those of you out there who are trying to get yourself to expertise level 30, you can donate these items that are junk towards your proficiency, which will in turn level up your expertise. And as always, if you have any questions I did not address, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, as promised, at this point, I want to talk about a few of my favorite farming methods when it comes to just doing things in the open world. And this is for those of you out there who do not have that classified mission. And what I tend to do is this. I'll hit up control points that I'm familiar with because I can clear them incredibly fast. And when you do these on Heroic with 3 directives, you're getting about 2 million XP. But again, to be clear, as I said multiple times in this video, when you are talking about farming for XP in the game, the most important thing is the time in which it takes to clear something. Because let's say you're trying to clear a control point on Heroic with 3 directives, but it takes you like 8 minutes to do so. Think about it this way, you could have cleared that same control point on challenging with 3 directives, much easier, much faster, and gotten that XP incredibly quick. And by the way, I know I keep saying 3 directives, but you could do no directives, you could do 1, you could do 5. It's totally up to you, and you want to try to do as many as you can because the main purpose of this video is to show you how to farm for XP incredibly fast. Alright, last but not least today, we are going to go over another one of my favorite farming methods, and that is by hitting up public executions. These are located all across the map, and you can bounce in between as many of them as you want, but you also have the option of clearing one, opening up your map, resetting your control points, and ideally that same public execution will be in the same location it was a moment ago. And then you can rinse and repeat this method as many times in a row as you like. Now, as you can see on screen, just to give you a baseline, I have dropped the difficulty down to challenging. I have 3 directives going on, and in less than 1 minute of gameplay, I'm going to be getting about 1 million XP for my time. Actually, it's more than that, because when you add the XP you're going to earn by taking out NPCs, it will take you over that 1 million threshold, so again, it is incredibly efficient. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and a few final thoughts. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Hello once again, my fellow agents. I hope you're doing well on this fine day. Do me a favor, let me know in the comments section, what do you think of the Cherry Blossom event so far? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Now, for those of you that may be wondering why I choose the public executions over, let's say, the propaganda broadcast, is because it's just faster to clear. You know, propaganda broadcasts will give you the same amount of XP you would earn by completing one of the public executions. But again, you got to deal with multiple waves of NPCs. But when you show up at one of these events, all you do is take out the NPCs that are actually at that location. Once that's done, there's only one wave, and then you talk to the hostage, and then you can rinse and repeat as many times in a row as you like. And remember, you're also going to just be stacking XP just by playing the game. So, you know, you can do anything you want, my friends. I hope these methods help you out. I think that's all I got for this video. By the way, yesterday, your support has been absolutely incredible. Yesterday was one of those days where the numbers were just insane, and we are less than 1,000 subs away from hitting 100,000 here at the channel, which is absolutely insane. So if you haven't as yet and you enjoy what I'm doing, consider hitting that subscribe button. That's going to do it for my part, my friends. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Civilians in danger.
I could do this all day.